In this video, we're diving into the path to Costa Rican citizenship, a topic that's super relevant if you're dreaming of making this tropical paradise your permanent home. Whether you're a retiree, an investor, or someone with family ties to Costa Rica, becoming a citizen offers incredible benefits like voting rights, a powerful passport, and full integration into the Pura Vida lifestyle. In this video, we'll break down the main pathways to citizenship, the requirements, the application process, timelines, costs, and some practical tips to help you navigate the journey. So let's get started. First, let's talk about what Costa Rican citizenship means and why it's worth pursuing. Citizenship grants you full legal rights in Costa Rica, including the ability to vote in presidential, congressional, and municipal elections. You can work in Costa Rica without restrictions. You can start businesses, you can spin up corporate entities, and you can own property without limitations, including along the coast. You get a Costa Rican passport, which ranks something like 20th globally, according to the 2025 Passport Index, offering visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to 152 countries, one of the strongest travel documents in Latin America. Plus, Costa Rica allows dual citizenship, according to my notes here, so you do not have to renounce your original nationality unless you choose to. Citizenship is regulated by the Options and Naturalizations Act, established under the 1949 Constitution, and it's based on the principles of jus soli, which is birth in Costa Rica, or jus sanguinis, which is descent from a Costa Rican parent, or for most people watching this video, most foreigners, the path involves residency followed by naturalization. So there are four primary ways to become a Costa Rican citizen: by birth, by descent, by marriage, and by naturalization through residency. So let's start with citizenship by birth. If you are born in Costa Rica, you're automatically a Costa Rican citizen, regardless of your parents' nationality. This is jus soli in action. That's a Latin word, by the way, J-U-S-S-O-L-I. So for example, a child born in San Jose to American parents is a Costa Rican citizen by birth and can also claim U.S. citizenship if their parents are American, making them a dual citizen. The 1990 recognition of indigenous Waimí or Nyabe people as birthright nationals further expanded this category, even if birth registration requirements weren't fully met. So we see a lot of birth tourism in Costa Rica. And another side benefit is if you have a child born in Costa Rica, if you're not yet a resident, you get immediate permanent residency for the parents, which is pretty cool. Next up is citizenship by descent. If you're born abroad but have at least one Costa Rican parent, you're eligible for citizenship under jus sanguinis. You'll need to provide a certified birth certificate showing your parents' Costa Rican nationality and register with the Civil Registry of Costa Rica. This applies to children of Costa Rican citizens living abroad, but if you're over 18 and claiming this after living outside of Costa Rica, you may face additional scrutiny to prove the familial connection, but it's still possible. At MyLatinLife, one of our most popular services is citizenship by descent for Latinos living in the US or living abroad, right? So if you're American and one of your parents was born in Costa Rica, you're sitting on an incredible opportunity to pick up a Costa Rican passport, and we can help you with that. So whichever path to citizenship or residency you're pursuing, MyLatinLife, we can help. There's a link in the description where you can book a call with us, get all your questions answered, and get the process started. Moving on to the third path, citizenship through marriage. If you're married to a Costa Rican citizen, you can apply for citizenship after 2 years of legal residency in Costa Rica, provided you're cohabiting with your spouse. This is one of the faster routes, but it comes with strict requirements. You'll need a certified marriage certificate, apostilled or legalized if issued abroad, and registered with Costa Rica's Civil Registry. You must also prove continuous residence in Costa Rica during those 2 years. Time spent abroad can extend this period proportionally. Additionally, you'll need a clean criminal record check from both your home country and Costa Rica. and you must demonstrate Spanish proficiency through an interview. The authorities may also assess the legitimacy of your marriage to prevent sham arrangements, often requiring photos, joint financial records, or an interview with both spouses. After approval, you'll receive a temporary residency DMEX card, DIMEX, valid for 1 year and renewable annually for 3 years, before transitioning to permanent residency or citizenship. And by the way, we have another video on the channel about the DMEX card, so check that out. The most common path for foreigners is naturalization through residency. This requires you to first obtain legal residency, maintain it for a specific period, and then apply for citizenship. The residency period varies by nationality, 7 years for most foreigners like Canadians and Americans, but only 5 years for citizens of Central American countries, Ibero-American countries, or Spain. So if you're applying via residency, let's break down the residency categories that lead to this path. The Pensionado program is for retirees with a guaranteed lifetime pension of at least $1,000 a month. The Rentista program is for people that have $2,500 in passive income and typically younger than 45. There is the Inversionista program for investors who invest at least $150K into Costa Rica. Both Pensionado and Rentista residents must enroll in the Caja, which is the Seguro Social, the healthcare program, and you're making monthly payments on that. Inversionista residents can work within their investment, but not as employees elsewhere until they gain permanent residency. And I think Inversionista residents can also avoid the Caja payments as well. Finally, the Vinculo category is basically family reunification and covers those with a first-degree relationship to Costa Rica, like spouses or parents of a Costa Rican child, granting immediate eligibility for permanent residency. In other words, if you have a Costa Rican spouse, you get immediate PR. And as I mentioned earlier, if you have a kid in Costa Rica, you get immediate PR. Now let's walk through the naturalization process step by step. Step 1 is securing temporary residency through one of the categories I just mentioned. You'll need to submit documents like a valid passport, apostille birth certificate, police clearance check, and proof of income, etc., all translated into Spanish by a certified Costa Rican translator. Step 2 is maintaining temporary residency for 3 years. During this period, you must spend at least 4 months per year in Costa Rica for Pensionado, Rentista, or Inversionista categories, though only 1 day per year is required for those with a Costa Rican spouse or child. You'll also need to keep up with Caja payments and renew your DMEX card every 2 years. By the way, if you think you can get citizenship after 1 day a year for the marriage visas or the child visas, that's not really the spirit of the law, so you might be risking getting denied or them wanting to see you spend more time. So always speak to the Costa Rican lawyers, get their opinion in terms of the anecdotes and the cases that they're seeing, because every 6 months to a year, things change in the world of citizenship and residency. So, the more time you spend on the ground, the better. Step 3 is applying for permanent residency after 3 years of temp. This requires updated documents like a current passport, proof of Caja payments, and evidence that you still meet your residency categories requirements, such as pension or income statements. Permanent residency removes work restrictions, which is pretty cool, allowing you to be employed in Costa Rica, and only requires visiting the country for 72 hours annually. So that one visit a year, we recommend 72 hours or 3 days. The application process takes 6 to 12 months and has some small fees associated with it. Step 4 is living as a permanent resident until you meet the citizenship residency requirement, 5 or 7 years total, depending on your nationality. Then you can apply for naturalization. You'll need to submit a letter of application to the DGME, which is like the Migraciones office, a certified birth certificate, the police check, like we talked about, from both your home country and Costa Rica, proof of residency as well, like your immigration records of entries and exits, a lease, utility bills, evidence of financial stability, such as bank statements or Caja payment records. You must also pass a Spanish proficiency test and a civics exam on Costa Rican history and culture, conducted in Spanish. 2 witnesses or testigos can vouch for your conduct and integration into Costa Rican society, and this is required. And if you don't have 2 testigos, you probably will, but the lawyer can usually hook that up as well. The application is submitted to the civil registry, and the processing can take 12 to 24 months. After approval, you'll register with the civil registry, provide biometric data, and apply for your Costa Rican Cédula de National ID, which requires a passport-sized photo and proof of citizenship approval. The cédula is essential for daily activities like voting, banking, or accessing services, and of course, ordering that Costa Rican passport that you're working towards, right? So here are some practical tips to make the process smoother. First, hire an experienced immigration lawyer, especially for naturalization or marriage-based applications, also for the inversionista category as well, which is more complicated. But really, any category of visa in Costa Rica, it's a long process. It's not instant. It's much slower than Mexico, for example. In Costa Rica, you're looking at 6 months plus of processing time. So you really want a lawyer that can just be on top of things. They can make things happen faster, and they're just constantly checking up on your application. Cool. Another tip is start learning Spanish early. The citizenship interview and civics test requires conversational proficiency. Study Costa Rican history as well. And shameless plug, we have a Learn Spanish book, MyLatinLife. It's on Amazon. It's a bestseller. There's a link in the description to pick up our book on Amazon, Kindle, audiobook, paperback. It's a great book. Highly recommend you check that out. Link in the description. Third tip, keep your Caja payments current. Lapses can delay or derail your residency or citizenship application. Fourth, organize your documents meticulously. Apostilled or legalized papers like birth or marriage certificates must be recent as well. So if you have a birth certificate from under the bed from 30 years ago, that's not good enough. Order a new copy of your birth certificate. Final tip, plan for delays. The DGME is known for slow processing, so apply early and keep copies of all receipts and submissions. A few additional notes. If you're applying through marriage, be prepared for scrutiny to prove the relationship is genuine. Immigration officials may request photos, joint bank accounts, or interview both spouses. For naturalization, the 7-year residency clock starts from when you receive your temporary residency DMEX, not when you begin the application. Okay, so once you get the DMEX in hand. If you spend significant time outside Costa Rica, it could extend the timeline, especially for non-Central American applicants. Also, Costa Rica doesn't offer direct citizenship by investment. You might be thinking of El Salvador, but the inversionista residency can lead to citizenship. Lastly, if you have a criminal record, even minor offenses, it could disqualify for you. So ensure all clearance certificates are clean. And depending on what it is, we might be able to still get your application over the line. If it's like a small DUI or something like that, you should be fine, but it's important to check with us first. So again, book a call and we can have our team take a look at your criminal background check, see what it says, and we can kind of put it up the flagpole and see what the Migraciones department says, and in our professional opinion, if it makes sense to continue to pursue Costa Rican residency. Becoming a Costa Rican citizen is a rewarding but commitment-heavy process, requiring years of residency, financial stability, and cultural integration. The benefits are huge. It's a very strong passport. It's a zero tax or a low tax country, a territorial tax system. So you get a strong passport in what's essentially a tax haven and a beautiful place, pretty good infrastructure. So it's a great place to be. It's a great passport to get, but it's one where, it's not really going to work as like a paper path to citizenship. You really got to spend time there. You really got to live there. But if you love Costa Rica, getting on a path to citizenship is a very rewarding thing. So that's everything you need to know about becoming a Costa Rican citizen. If you're on this journey or have questions, drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts, your anecdotes, your stories. And if this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and check out other content on our channel about living in Costa Rica, Central America, and Latin America at large. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.